Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you were Diddy, you thought, and emphasis on you thought, that because Drake is being dragged up and down and maybe John Wick is trying to break into his mansion and murk him. I don't know. That whole situation's funny, but I got a playlist. Go check it out. You thought that we weren't going to be paying attention to you. But baby, Christmas is not here. We are 2 seconds off of your A. Let's get into this. Y'all, listen, I got an exclusive. You know that whole thing about Diddy's trial that's being moved to New Jersey? Well, baby, your girl did a little investigating. And by investigating, your girl let these fingers do the talking. And we have exclusive info from Little Rod's attorney and also the man representing Liza Gardner, which is Tyrone Blackburn, Esquire. Y'all, this is going to blow you away. But this new key evidence, baby, he gave us a drop on what it is. And you know, I got those receipts. Let's get into this. If you guys don't know, Tyrone Blackburn actually joined my live a little while ago. Go into the playlist, but let's actually go through this because, baby, Diddy, it ain't over. And this is going to be a summer to remember. I thought this was going to be a slow summer. Drake is hiding out from John Wick. Kendrick Lamar literally destroyed his career. My words, not his. Kendrick Lamar literally destroyed his career, and Diddy about to go down and be arrested. And what the streets are saying are true. Maybe it's going to be a cruel summer, but for the people that deserve it most. A side note before we get into this, do you know Russell Simmons had the nerve to come and defend Diddy? And when people actually said something, he said, "Why you always trying to take black men down? You should be donating money in the Congo." Ninja, are you donating money to the Congo? Because you're the billionaire. You spending your life while wooing on a rock and valley, practicing yoga, hoping it will save your soul, practicing to be a cult leader. But Franklin the Turtle cannot lead a cult. It makes me mad when people got booed. You gonna talk down to us? Ninja, I gotta go work my third shift at Walmart. How about you put up some cash? But anyway, I will say one thing. Diddy, Russell Simmons is that person. I've said it again. You ever be with a friend and they like, yeah, and you're like, please don't defend me. I got it. You don't want Russell defending you because he is a mess. Anyway, okay, so let's get into this. Diddy's blank accuser is reportedly moving trial to a new state after obtaining key evidence. Okay. This is the lawsuit accusing the mogul of blanking a 16-year-old girl. One of Diddy's various blank accusers has reportedly acquired key evidence and is planning to take her trial against them to a new state. According to All Hip Hop, the case stemming from allegations that he blanked a 16-year-old girl in 1990 has now added a new development, with a trial being expected to move from New York to New Jersey. The relocation is directly connected to the woman acquiring new evidence as detailed in a letter sent to the judge. Now, also, I don't know why I keep saying this woman, I believe it. Well, let's get into it. Plaintiff and this writer have received information from several witnesses, a former employee of UMG subsidiary Uptown Records and Bad Boy Records executive. The letter reads, the new information adds context to the plaintiff's claims and clarifies the timeline. The first and second witnesses have photos of plaintiff and defendant Aaron Hall from the day of the assault, which was taken a few hours after he blanked the plaintiff. The first and second witnesses also confirmed that the 16-year-old plaintiff was blanked at an MCA event in New York City, went to dinner in New York City, and was then taken to New Jersey, where the blank occurred. The outlet didn't outline how this venue change would impact the case's timeline. The unnamed woman's original lawsuit was initially filed in November 2023, accusing the mogul of blanking her. She disclosed that Sean Combs didn't act alone and was joined by Aaron Hall, who allegedly blankly assaulted her and her friend in his apartment in 1990 and 1991. Now, when you look at Aaron Hall and the way he seems like, that is another freaky ass suicide. He a 69 god, right? There's something wrong with that man. Her suit details that the incident transpired after an event at MCA Records. The Jane Doe suit alleges that Diddy coerced her and her friend into having blank with him and Aaron Hall. Later, but Aaron Hall then barged into the room, pinning her down and forcing her to have blank with him. A spokesman for Diddy said the claims involving alleged misconduct against Diddy from over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute are all completely denied and rejected by him. I will say something about Diddy's camp. They always try to make it seem like if something's filed last minute or this and that it should be barred. Anyway, Diddy said it ain't true. So I reached out to Tyrone Blackburn, the woman that the man that is representing the woman, right? And I asked about why and the key. And he actually gave a little he gave a little information, okay? Now, I have to be honest with you. I got in touch with him to ask a few questions, right? And while he would not actually give me the evidence because it is court evidence, he described the photo to me in detail. And I want to say from looking at this photo, right? And what he actually said, well, him looking at the photo and what he actually said and the way that described it, y'all, Diddy's done. Diddy's done. He says that there in the evidence, right? There are what some will refer to as women. However, when you look at the evidence, they are clearly youngins. Not in the grown and sexy way, even though that doesn't make an excuse, but they look young, they look angelic. And when I say they look young, his exact words were, if the age of consent was 12 years old, these girls would have to be carded. They actually look younger in the photo than their actual age. You see the situation, you see the way that they look innocent, they look happy, they look like star-struck 12-year-olds. I know they were older than that, but the attorney claims that they look far younger than their age. There is no reasonable person that would look at them and think that's what's going on. The picture is allegedly mere moments before the blank was committed. Okay. There is one woman, one child, and another one on the other side. They are clearly minors in the face. I have to say something, right? Because he gave a lot of detail of the picture. They are dressed casually. They are not dressed in a salacious manner. They are not dressed in a sexually provocative manner. Now, that said, let me be clear. None of that matters. Even if they had on like big booty hoes, make some noise, it wouldn't matter, right? But the fact that when people ask, where were the parents? How did this happen? How could this be? What were they doing, baby? They literally look like they snuck out, according to Blackburn Esquire. They look like they snuck out of the Babysitters Club convention. And somehow they got there. They are not dressed in a salacious manner. They are not dressed in a suggestive manner. They are dressed completely covered up in a very innocent way that in 1990, 1991, people dressed. As a matter of fact, I believe his words to me were, they are dressed like they are extras on an episode of Full House. They are dressed like they are on an episode of Family Matters. They are dressed so that no person, from what he described to me, and this is my opinion, no person could look at them and see anything more than clearly underage minors, not by a little, but by a lot, who were starstruck, that they were probably sneaking out of the house and living their dreams. And little did they know that they were coming in for a night of horror. Again, these minors in that look like babies. And if everything Esquire Blackburn is describing to me is actually true and shows what the picture looks like, I do have to say that this is effing sick. This is sick. It is sick, and it actually something needs to be done about this. You guys, I don't know what Diddy's thinking. Maybe he's broke. Maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he's like, you know what? Everything's ingested in my mama's name. So I'm just going to like go away for years and years and years. I do know one thing. If Diddy's smart, he will settle. Listen. And also, one of the big takeaways, and this is my opinion, the fact that UMG, that's Universal Music Group, and MCA had the effing nerve to give these kids alcohol, and now they want to run for their actions. Now you don't want to be associated with it. See, that's the thing. When you give these artists money to have parties, strippers there, you love it. It's free publicity. It enhances. It's free publicity for a lot of things. One, when they throw these parties, a lot of industry people are there. A lot of people from the record agency are there, right? So it creates camaraderie. Two, it gets all over the blogs. So it goes for advertisement and promotion, which equals into album sales. And three, it's advertising also for young, impressionable, naive people that want to get into the industry. They look around and they're just like, oh my God, look at the lifestyle Diddy has. Look at the parties Diddy throws. Look at what the Life Universal Music Group gives Diddy and helps Diddy with. It's a honey trap. So you do all this and you want to take all of the profits, right? You want to take all the good, great advertisement, this and that, right? You're getting artists in. That's another thing. It's also a honey trap for other artists. They're like, oh yeah, what label do you want to sign with? Yo, let's go to Puffs because he has the best parties. Why? Because those Universal Music Group and MCA both know that when they allow him to have this lifestyle, it even seduces artists in that when they come in, they sign for less because what did he give? You ain't going to get a check, but you'll get a lifestyle. You'll get women dripping off your shoulders. You'll get this, you'll get that. You'll be in all the blogs. You'll live this glamorous life. That's what it's all about. So if you were able to profit from this modern day pyramid scheme we call the record industry by funding these parties, which is the honeypot that brings all these good fortunes, don't run now that you know that you were, well, if these things can be believed, that there is a possibility that this was funding these nefarious accusations. And we have to think, there is the argument, oh, well, we didn't know. We didn't know, but you should have known. You should have known. Ignorance is not a defense. You should have known. And at this point, I hear that in these parties, there were a lot of people from Universal Music Group and MCA. So if you, and when I say a lot, I mean workers. So if you didn't know, you had reason to know. Anyway, you guys, listen, let me know what you think in the comments. Again, Tyrone Blackburn Esquire said these are clearly minors. This is bad. Y'all, that jury is going to eat up Diddy when they see, if what he describes can be believed, when they see what these pictures show, that jury is going to eat up Diddy. But you know what? Diddy need to worry about those criminal charges first. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to you later. Bye.